Renovations are awesome and also suck. Welcome to Quilt Meets World, where we have adventures in piecing and joy. I'm Russ. Come on into my sewing room. Yeah, intros are nice. I need to remember to do those in every video. The simple fact is, not a lot has gone on in the past week. I've been in the midst of a bathroom remodel, which, I'm doing a little bit of a series on. I will put the link to the playlist up here, or is it here? One of these two sides. I don't know which one it is yet. One day I will have that figured out. But I will have a link up there. It should have popped up to the playlist if you're interested in seeing it. Basically, I'm just going through this is what people can expect when doing a bit of a remodel. I've had some really interesting questions that have come up in the comments, and I think I need to create a video in the next week to try to answer some of them. I want to be able to get enough of a video list to answer a handful of them. So, if you have been watching my bathroom playlist stuff and you have questions, please go and ask them there. I will answer in the video or in the comments of the question because I like the interaction there, but not everybody reads everybody's comments. So I think I'm just going to compile a whole list of them and say, here's a expanded version of the answers. The exciting part is demolition is complete of the first bathroom, and that's important because I'm doing two bathrooms. The master bathroom demolition got complete Friday afternoon sometime. They got that through. It's a little scary in there because I'm not used to walking on a subfloor, but it's all there ready. My electrician is coming on Tuesday to do any wiring updates and move some outlets and create some outlets so that I can have some in there. And the rebuild should be starting Wednesday or Thursday because they've gone and already placed the order for everything. There is going to be a change order in my contract to expand the bathroom. They didn't know whether the chase could be open or not, and it can. So I'm going to get about 10 inches, I think it is. I need to go over there and measure it one day of extra bathroom space, or extra shower space. So that's a very exciting. I should find out hopefully tomorrow whether they're going to start Wednesday or Thursday. We just decided not to have them step in on my electrician while he was trying to work up there. Also, while my electrician is here, I'm going to try to get him to get me another couple outlets in here. I want to get a plug closer to my ironing station back there so I don't have to keep unplugging my embroidery machine anytime that I want to iron. I've got basically one outlet in that half of the room. And if I want to work on the embroidery machine, that gets plugged in. If I want to work on ironing, that gets plugged in. And the light that I have on back there stays in there all the time because I've only got limited room and I don't want to put my iron into a power strip because that sounds dangerous. And there's not enough power cable in the light or enough power cable to get it over to where the embroidery machine's power strip is. So I'm very limited in outlets. So I'm trying to see what I can get done. And while he's here, I'm going to ask if I can get him a couple lights in here. That'll get me in here more often in the darker months so that I can spend more time in here. There was thought to get an outlet light up there, like directly above the machine. There was talk, like when he had it first checked, apparently my joists are going the wrong direction to make it easy for him. But he may have some ideas on what he can do. I wasn't here when he tried the initial attempt, so we'll see what he has to say when I have that. But yeah, because of demolition and everything, I haven't spent a lot of time in my sewing room. I definitely missed it this past week. It's all work and no play is boring. But it's a product of having a lot going on everywhere else that's out of here. I do need to get some sewing done in this next week because that's going to be my last chance to get my Saturday sampler block done before the third Saturday of the month, which is when it's due. So hopefully that'll happen. We will see. So, what goals do I have this week? I've got a couple that I know should be 100% achievable. So, I am going to put that out there that that's what I'm going to do this week. The first goal is to survive the chaos of construction and with it getting started. It's been exciting going through like watching the demolition happening and seeing how that gets torn apart. But handling it with the fur kids has been a little bit of a stress. Riley, with going in and out, I need to make sure that she doesn't try to escape out. So she's been in her crate most of the time when they've been there. I've decided I'm going to try to send her to daycare more often while they're doing their stuff. We will see. Um, I did have to tell the demolition guy that there's two major rules he needs to follow. Number one was don't let the gray cats out. I don't think that was much of an issue because they really aren't interested in outdoors and they really aren't interested in most in like people. But the other one is don't let the orange cat in. As I've talked to you about Stinky before, the neighborhood cat. Yeah, he tries to get in, and the demolition guy didn't understand until Stinky tried to get in with him one day, and I was like, "Hey, yeah, don't let him in. He's not indoor potty trained, apparently." Goal number two is to get some time in the sewing room here to work on some stuff. I need to get my Saturday sample block because this next week is going to be the last chance I do. And this is just me saying I'm not going to have any evening time the following week. Plus, if I goof, I need to be able to get my oops fabric while I'm able to. So that's why I am planning on trying to get it done. Hopefully, next Saturday is what my goal is. That way, if I have an oops, I can go in on Sunday and say, "I need a little bit of oops." And also, while I'm recording this, these blocks have been taunting me because I haven't been able to finish the last two blocks with it. So those after Saturday sampler is going to be my priority. So I want to really get that work done. Goal number three is I need to get a finished project to show and tell at Saturday sampler. I know which project I want it to be. I've had a pile that is just sitting it's already been quilted and needs to have binding put on pile. So I've got the fabric. I am planning on probably while this video is uploading, get the strips cut up and maybe get them sewn into one giant binding strip. That way, I can take one evening and sew it to the front, and then next evening sew it to the back. It's a wall hanging, so I don't care if there's any imperfections in the back. It helps me practice my machine binding so that whenever I do have a larger project that I'd rather machine bind instead of hand bind, I will be able to have more practice with that. I'm not going to record a video of that just because the recording of a video adds like double the time for me to do it. So this one won't get a video, but I will try to get more videos of me sewing some cool projects in the near future, probably after demolition is done. And then finally, my last goal, which is the one that I'm excited about, is to go to Super Bolt Sunday. That will be next Sunday. Uh, I forget what the hours are, but I will have it looked up. I know they're going to be doing some advertising over the next couple days, but I am a little excited because, as I said, I need some practice fabric, and I've seen some fabric already in the sale room of stuff that I want. And that's really what they do is they take everything out of the sale room. They take some other bolts off out of the shelves, and they mark them down to a discount, and you have to buy what's on the bolt. So I am excited to go get some practice fabric. I haven't figured out how much before the doors open I'm going to try to get there. A lot of it depends on the weather, and a lot of it depends on how much I am able to get up. had difficulty getting up out of bed this morning because I was tired, but it was worth it. So yeah, and with Super Bowl Sunday, I found this picture right here from a few years ago. And yeah, I think I went a little overboard then. I'm probably not going to go that overboard this year, but I am going to buy a handful of bolts just so I can have some practice fabric. So that's it for this episode of Quilt Meets World. Until next time, keep stitching.